Hello, just have to add to my previous video and to this attack of the United States on Iran. Interesting to see the reaction of the United States right now. They knew they did, they performed a criminal act. They attacked a country without any cause. And yet, they make it look like this is the greatest military act that the U.S. has ever performed. And they don't even see that they did something wrong. Oh, no, this was the biggest success of the U.S. military. I don't know if you have watched JD Vance's response to now America trying to make a peace treaty with Iran. Actually, they already did declare a ceasefire, and they're saying, yeah, they're interested in stopping this war. JD Vance was bragging, this is a 12-day, they call it 12-day war. You know, Israel 6-day war and whatever, 12-day war. Successful. He kept saying, oh, now Iran does not have an opportunity or capability to produce an atomic weapon. Something he kept saying and saying. And I watched his interview on Fox News. And the guy that interviewed him kept saying, what about regime change? What about regime? And JD Vance said, well, no, if the Iranians want regime change, they can do that. Of course, we know that Putin warned them about them trying to create a regime change. He warned them. So, oh yeah, they have to now backpedal. And say, oh no, we have no interest in regime change in Iran. We just wanted to prevent them from having a capability of making a nuclear weapon. He kept saying that over and over like a mantra. Yeah, that's why we went in, because they had a capability of making these weapons. Nobody said anything ever, or, I think Tulsi Gabbard said they don't have it, they're not even close. But of course, Israel kept pushing, and because they kept pushing, Trump went in there and pretended like they really did something. Scott Ritter said they moved everything out of there. So what did they bomb? Just an empty bunker or whatever? And how far did they destroy that bunker? That's another question. How far? But no, it was a success, because now, Iran cannot build any more nuclear weapons. And this interviewer said, well, what's keeping them from maybe developing them again? And JD Vance said, well, not for right now. For right now, things are safe. JD Vance lied and lied. And you know what? He kept a total straight face. But if you have been following, at least listening to some of these experts like Ritter or McGregor, Colonel McGregor, You know that the United States only did that to appease Israel. Yeah, Israel wanted, and it's just not Israel, the ones, these rabbis, I said that in one of my videos, those rabbis that stand behind this Zionist movement. They want Mashiach. They want to force, again, Mashiach, and that's what they want. And so now they have to start these wars and these turmoil in the Middle East in order to bring forth their Messiah. Sounds almost like a Muslim Mahdi thinking. I had to bring in this video because you need to become aware of these lies. Now, people already know, probably my viewers know the lies of the U.S. government. Lies after lies. But hopefully I have people, new people, that want to wake up and see what's going on in our politics today. We have nothing but warmonger. I thought, well, these warmonger, you know what, went all to the Democratic side, but they didn't. Of course, I should have known. Republicans are warmongers, more so than Democrats. I see my cat moving away from where she's supposed to be. And I'm going to have to go out there. I have to stop my video and go out there. Well, here I am again. Just wanted to make this video to kind of wake you up and do some research. Well, you don't have to. Just want to let you know that we have to trust in Jesus and follow Jesus only. Because of what this political system is doing, this political system is from Satan. Somebody said that. He said, I knew Jehovah's Witnesses at least were right with one thing. They believe that this world is in the hands of Satan. And yeah, it is. I say that all the time. Doesn't make them right. Because they, even if they have 75% right, doesn't make their religion right, because they mislead people. Am I always right? No, but I'm not putting it up there as truth either. I put up as truth what's in the Bible, and only what's in the Bible. I don't interpret. I do not interpret. I have my own opinion about things that I am not certain about, but then I leave it there. I leave it as my opinion and not as facts from the Bible. And this is what we need to be doing today. Just want to kind of make you aware of what's going on right now. This is not the end. The next war that we're having is the Third World War, and yes, they're planning. They're planning it. They're just right now testing each other. Well, how many resources do we have? How far can we go? And of course, Israel is trying to pull along their religious leaders for their purpose of a greater Israel, because that's what they want. They want a greater Israel. They want Mashiach to come. So they are in a holy war, in a sense. They have to continue to deceive the religious leaders. And again, who is deceiving them? It's not Bibi Netanyahu. Yeah, the Bibi Netanyahu is working with these Lubavitcher sect. But where is the instructions coming from? Where do these leaders have their instructions from? Well, does it actually even go over the Jesuits to the Vatican, whoever is in leadership, whether it's the Black Pope or the White Pope, but it comes down everything comes down from Satan. And if God said that the Jews are a synagogue of Satan, where do you think it's coming from? They're following Satan. Jesus said Satan is your father. So I've said that and said that and said that, and I just hope that these videos are seen by these Zionist Christians who have been so terribly deceived. They have been just as deceived as the Jews. And why? Because they followed false teachers. That's why. Of course, for 2,000 years, the Jews followed false teachers. And these false teachers are put there by Satan to mislead them. And the same thing Satan did in the evangelical Protestant churches. They infiltrated again. And now deception is running crazy. Most churches believe in dispensationalism. I see a lot of videos now that are showing, that Israel is wrong. And that Israel is not the Israel of God. And so then they're going to dispensationalism and saying, see, dispensationalism is wrong, which is true. But then you have false leaders again. Satan is pretty smart, right? So now he's saying, this dispensationalism is wrong, which he put there in the first place. And he is not expecting for people to actually go in the Bible and research it themselves. No, he knows that they will follow, again, false leaders. So then now he can say, see, dispensational is wrong, and so is the rapture. And that's what he's doing. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You can't just run from one false teacher to the next. You have to say at one point, I am going to follow the Holy Spirit and nobody else, and I'm going to read my Bible and expect, and you can say I expect the Holy Spirit to lead me. Because Jesus promised us the Holy Spirit. And so we can expect it. We can expect that the Holy Spirit is enlightening us, leading us, teaching us. People, stop following false teachers. I'm just here to wake you up and say, go to the Bible. Follow Jesus. That's all. Do your own research. I'm coming to an end. It's just a short video because I just wanted to add it. And watch this interview with JD Vance and Fox News. I usually don't even watch Fox News, but I saw the headlines and I wanted to see the reaction of JD Vance because he was standing there behind the president when he declared that this attack on Iran was just so successful. Anyways, yes, he's just as a liar as Trump. And of course, he may run for presidency next time. Oh, golly, I cannot stand these politicians. Sorry. Anyways, let the Holy Spirit guide you.